So what's up, guys? Miles back with another video. Today's video, we're going to talk about seeing the world for what it is, seeing people for what they are, right? So before we get into it, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share the video, like the video, because this is going to be a decent video, a good video for you guys to understand, right? Because I'm going to break down why this is very hard for good people to do, right? And it's not because necessarily you're the problem because you're a good person. It's because of how the other people perceive it, right? So when you see the world for what it is, right, it can be very disheartening, right? You can be very cutthroat, right? Because after I break down these points, you're going to feel a sense of heartlessness, right? Because I've lived, in my teenage years, I was a good person. I tried to give people the best I could. That's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? You give, just to only not get anything back, right? And I'm going to break down why. And this is my disclaimer for this video, right? This is very hard on good people, giving people. If you're a person that naturally likes to give value, that naturally likes to help people, this is going to be very hard for you to understand, right? And it has nothing to do with you personally. It's the people outside of how you think, right? Because whether you know it or not, good givers, helpers are very hard to find in this world, right? And this is why it's so hard on you, right? So why is it so hard for good people to understand this, right? Point number one, you see the good in people, right? This is not a bad thing at all. You see the good in people. You could have a whole person that has a whole bunch of red flags, right? But you only see the qualities that are good. You overlook the bad. Matter of fact, that's one of my other points, right? So these 2 points go hand in hand. You see the good in people and you overlook their past mistakes. That's my point number 2, right? So they both go hand in hand. So this is how this gets you in a bind, right? When you overlook people's past mistakes, right? When you overlook people's negative behaviors, right? The thing you have to understand is those negative behaviors, those negative pasts, that person has developed some kind of habit, or that's their personality, right? Meaning that to get that out of them, you're gonna have to put a whole bunch of hard work into them, right? To clean that toxic behavior out, right? Whether that's just genetic, whether that's how they were raised, whatever, it's a whole bunch of factors that could go into why they act that way, right? But this is hard. This is particularly hard for good people because you overlook that stuff, right? And you shouldn't overlook those things because those are signs that you shouldn't mess with that person, right? But you want to see the good in people, right? And we need people in the world that see the good in people because some people do need a second chance, right? But I was watching this video, right, of Ty Lopez, right? And he was on Tim Billu. I forgot his name. Tom Billu. I forgot the name of the podcast, right? But he asked him, he's like, hey, do you think people change? And he broke down this whole study, right? That people don't really change their behaviors unless it's pain involved or a dramatic event, right? Meaning that they're not going to quit drinking unless they kill a whole family of people, right? Drinking and driving, right? Or they damn near die because they got lung disease, right? People only understand pain. That's basically what he's saying, right? So if a person never had any consequences for acting that way or being that way, they're never going to stop that, right? So the good people struggle with this. because you negate all the bad habits and the bad things that they do, right? So you're going to have to break that habit. Otherwise, you're going to be victim to a lot of bullshit, right? This is the point right here. This third point, this is the point where it's not your fault. People are playing on your benevolent nature, right? People use your kindness for weakness. Oh my gosh. Whenever I hear this, you know what I hear? No good deed goes unpunished, right? I view that statement just like the statement I just said, right? I don't know what it is about human nature, right? But whenever you're a person that's willingly giving, it's like the other person sees that as naivete, right? You're naive, right? They see something that they can exploit for their own good, right? So they'll willingly take your help, knowing they're going to drop you in the end, knowing that they're going to use it all the way to what they can until you finally wake up and you stop, and then they'll just leave like nothing happened, right? How many times has this happened in relationships, in friendships, or in strangers in general, right? How many times have you given to a homeless person just to go find out that he just went and spent that money on some cigarettes, right? And how many times have you helped your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, right? For him or her just to take it and use it for his own benefit and not give anything back in return, right? See, these are the things that turn good people, nice people, into bad people, right? If you look at the Joker movie, this is exactly what happened. Good person overall, go to work every day to be a damn clown, get talked bad by his coworkers and still put up with it, right? But people kept using this position as weakness, right? So they would just keep trying and poking the bear until all of a sudden now he's a chaotic killer, right? This is how you turn good to bad, right? And we don't need you to turn good to bad. We just need you to live in reality, right? What is that reality? See the world and see people for what they are, right? And don't try to change them. This is why some of you guys, you try to change a working girl into a wife, right? Well, if she wanted to be a wife, she would have never went down that path, ever. It wouldn't even went in her mind to go be a sex worker, right? So this is the thing you got to realize, right? Once you start living in reality, once you accept the fact and you start Xing people out of your life that have bad signs and have bad habits, right? As time goes on, they're going to prove you right. What do you mean, boss? They're going to prove you right. You're going to make the right decision most of the time, right? See, my issue is not giving anymore. My issue is right now is that I'll X people out for the littlest stuff, right? But here's the thing that I've noticed. For me acting like a tyrant in my own life, I'm right most of the time. I'm right most of the time, right? I'm right so much that sometimes I just wish a person was just a good person, right? Sometimes I wish they would prove me wrong, but over and over and over again, right? Those bad habits, those bad behavioral patterns seem to rear its head over and over and over again, right? This is what you have to get through your head, right? And this is what makes it kind of depressing in a way, and it gets tiresome, is that you begin to realize that most people just really aren't really fit into your life at all, right? So if you're an extroverted person, you're going to feel lonely, right? If you're introverted, you're going to be like, okay, I'm cool, right? I didn't really like people anyway. I don't really like being with people anyway, right? So it's going to be a hard thing for you guys to do, but you got to do it for your own peace of mind, for your own peace of life, for you to focus and get stuff done. You're going to have to X these people out of your life when they show bad signs, right? But I don't want to make this video too long. It's already long enough. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share the video, like the video, and I'll be back with another one. We out.